Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Daxelia, and in today's video of Love and Deep Space we will be watching a video of some rewards that was given to players in Love and Deep Space, like real VIP rewards for the player, and it's reward for the specifically for the Chinese players who literally spent more than $2,000 in the game. I mean, I thought that anyone could have got this, but it turned out it's just for the players who literally spent money in the game. So you guys fair to play players, I'm sorry for you guys, and I'm actually one of them, so I'm really sad to hear that. Anyway, let's check the box, the end box that they made. This box, the box is amazing. The packaging is amazing. These are the badges that we have in the game. Wow, are these postcards? Oh my god, I love Raphael's card. This shines. Wow. Those are plexi. Oh my god, lucky them. They also, not only they got badges, they also got plexi cards, maybe postcards, I don't know what they are. Letters, damn, we will be reading the letters. I mean, some people did translate the letters, and that's amazing. Also, by the way, if you don't know, that those letters, if you put light, I don't know if this is gonna show in the video, let's see. And they got plushies, that's cool. This is all of them. Wow. Okay, they did not show it. There is a picture which they show that those letters, when you put light under them, it will show some kind of an animal drawing. And you put it on this, actually. This box, it glows. Just amazing. But seriously, imagine getting a letter from your favorite character. That's literally amazing. I mean, wow. I was so surprised, but lucky the fans that actually got them. So, and these letters that they got, we will start with Xavier. This one is the handwriting of Xavier, and to say his handwriting is really amazing. I mean, look how neat it is. Also, by the way, I read last time, I think maybe it's in the writing. It is something that literally spoiled me. That's something I didn't know at all from Xavier. Anyway, so in the Xavier VIP letter, which was translated by subtextually and edited by Tokyo Apple, the letter say, so I will be reading at the time the second line. So the first is the letter written in Chinese, the second the translation, and the third they fix it. So the letter say, while I was writing this letter to you, the sun was shining beautifully outside my window. Fatso squeezed himself into my study and left behind so many footprints on my stationery. I tried my best to pick the cleanest sheet, hope you don't mind. I bought the stationery earlier, but unhesitating whether or not to write it. You must be tired of hearing words like I miss you, can I go find you? Even if I wrote those words down, they probably won't be any different. But as I wrote up to this point, the moment I wrote I miss you, I once again thought of you and everything that happened after I met you. All of the moments of happiness that I felt. Before I met you, I was used to walking along a road alone without hesitation and with very little expectation for anything else. But now I definitely hope the end of the path I choose will always be connected to yours. The word here used for path is which differ from road, that Xavier presently uses, notably also means way and has a much deeper meaning than merely a simple road. It essentially can suggest a guiding principle or spiritual path, a way of life. In this sense, it can be interpreted that Xavier is saying that MC is his way and that she defines, guides the life that he leads. In other words, he lives his life for her. Aww. Well, to be honest, Xavier is so sweet. He's so sweet. His handwriting is very nice, and the letter, seriously, oh my god. People also made some analyses about those handwriting actually, which we will also read them later when we finish reading all of the stories. I mean all of the translation of the letters. Now, as for the Raphael letter, so Raphael handwriting looked like a little, I don't know, some gibberish. I mean, what the heck is this handwriting? I'm not sure if it was because it was scanned, because on the letter itself it is a little different, but I mean, I don't like his handwriting if I want to compare it to Xavier. So in this letter, which was also translated by subtextually edited by Tokyo Apple, the letter say, lately it seems like my entire life's been completely changed by one person, that's you. When I open my eyes and see your messages, I get super happy. Even food tastes a bit better when I'm eating it with you. Whether I'm painting, soaking in a bath, or sleeping, I have to carve out a space in my mind that's only yours. Otherwise, before long, my mind will be completely taken over by your 101 types of cuteness. It's like you have a kind of magic that can effortlessly blend our lives together, turning it into a color that even I can't clearly describe. Elusive, but always dazzling enough. So if I have to think of an excuse for why I suddenly sent you this letter, it's probably just cause I wanted to thank you for choosing to enter my world and bring along this one of a kind color. But all that aside, I wrote this letter just cause I thought of you. Is that not okay? Oh, Jesus. That was also sweet. Let's be honest. Okay, now so for Zayn letter. Zayn letter, I was waiting for handwriting that looks more for a doctor, but I mean, it's not bad. So we have Xavier, who have the best handwriting, then Zayn, and then Raphael. That's also good. Yeah, on the paper itself, it looks different. Yeah, it looks good on the paper. So anyway, with the translation, I seldom use the word maybe. Means I very rarely use the word maybe to describe anything. I think maybe I will read the one above, I don't know. Anyway, I will repeat. I very rarely use the word maybe to describe anything. Maybe inevitably is accompanied by accidents, and in my job, accidents are what must be avoided the most. But I think the encounter with you maybe was a special accident. The weather, the time of day, and your state of mind at the very moment when you meet someone All of it can affect the course of the meeting and what happens after. Two people who meet under certain circumstances and decide to walk the same path together after might end up walking a completely different path if they were to meet again for the very first time in a different time and place. Fortunately, we are both very lucky. For the first time, I want to thank those maybes and those accidents. Thank you for existing. Thank you for all of the choices you made before we met, which led me to meet you. At that perfect minute, that perfect second, which I can't imagine could be even more flawless. At that moment when you looked in my directions. I'm speechless. Now, so as for Silas' VIP letter, okay, so this looked like some math. Like, is he doing some math? I don't know. And the paper, his handwriting, I don't know how it looks like. I mean, yeah, it's the same, but I don't know. It's like he's doing some magic or something. I don't know. So the list goes with Xavier, who have the best handwriting, then Zayn, then Raphael and Silas. But I will put Silas before Raphael, sorry. So the translation is like it is. Translation note. There are 2 translations per line, okay. Okay, so transcription note. Silas' handwriting is very difficult to read. Lol. This is because he used a calligraphy style called grass script, which 1 reflects his character and personality, and 2 demonstrates an incredible command and understanding of language. We're gonna read more about grass script and other scripts. When you receive this letter, what kind of expression will you have? Pleasant, surprise, or shock? Unfortunately, for now, this can only be left to the imagination. No need to check. This letter isn't hiding any layers or secret code. I just wanted to see the surprise on your face, so I just wrote it. When I met you, I originally thought it was only an accident during the course of a boring game, but later this accident earned the title of one and only. Your appearance shattered many of my past beliefs. After some time, I discovered that all of this disruption had affected many aspects. For example, there's an extra helmet dedicated to you, a reason to leave the 9109 zone. And this letter, I attempted to search for the reason for why I accidentally fell so deeply, but discovered that even if I found the answer, it will have no meaning simply because this person is you. I don't want to call it fate, because you and fate are not the same. Fate can be shattered, but when I stand before you, I begin to look forward to the future. Man, those letters are so deep, man. You do understand some things about their personalities and their perspective, especially their emotions and what they think about you. This is amazing. For those who are interested in learning more about the cultural background of Chinese calligraphy and understanding what each love interest calligraphy style says about his personality, character, values, and intellect, Subtextually wrote us this cultural background and calligraphy analysis. So in this essay we will get to know more about cultural background and the character analysis. So for the cultural background, I will not read all of that because I do not want to make you bored, but I will for sure leave a link below and under this YouTube video for you to check it out. So in short, in the cultural background, what subtextually tell us is Chinese calligraphy, with a history spanning over 3,000 years. It is deeply intertwined with Chinese culture, philosophy, and art. Beyond its aesthetic beauty, it reflects the calligrapher character, values, and discipline. Practiced by royalty, scholars, and warriors alike, calligraphy has long been seen as a way to cultivate one's mind, spirit, and moral integrity. This art form embodies the Confucian ideal of Wen Wu, balancing intellectual refinement with martial virtues like resilience and self-control. Each brush stroke represents not just artistic skill but also conveys the calligrapher's inner thoughts and emotions, leaving a unique footprint of their moral consciousness. Now, as for the calligraphy scripts. In the calligraphy scripts, there are 5 different calligraphy scripts, and she will primarily focus on running scripts and grasped, as these are the styles that can be found in the love interest letters. However, in order for her to talk about these styles, she must discuss the regular scripts. According to Chinese Writing and Calligraphy by Wendon Lee, regular scripts feature distinguished and refined stroke and stroke types. With a well-defined internal structure, it is a standardized script with prescribed techniques. The result is a precise form of calligraphy written in a serious manner. It is also called true script and is the primary medium for all Chinese language study, and also is the foundation for running and grass scripts. For the running script, which is semi-cursive, is defined by the following characteristic. Less formal and more free than regular scripts, linked between strokes that demonstrate a continuous flow of energy, simplified characters that still preserve legibility and elegance, emphasis on harmony, discipline, and adaptability with respect to social and moral order found in Confucianism. Running script is the most popular calligraphy style because it lends itself well to all handwritten forms of communication. Grass script, which is cursive, is defined as the most expressive of all traditional Chinese calligraphy style. So, in short, grass script, which is or cursive script in Chinese calligraphy, is a highly expressive form characterized by rapid flowing strokes and abbreviated characters that emphasize fluidity and spontaneity. It allows for personal style and emotional depth, resembling either martial arts movements or dance in its dynamic form. Rooted in Taoist philosophy, particularly Wu-Wei, I don't know how you pronounce it, which means effortless action, grass scripts embodies natural unforced expression. To master it, one needs a solid foundation in regular and running scripts, memorizations of character abbreviations, and a sense of rhythmic flow akin to martial arts. Unlike running script, which balances sculpture with legibility, grass script prioritizes freedom, spontaneity, and emotional release, creating a wild yet controlled aesthetic that mirrors the calligrapher's inner self. So, for the character analysis, what I find very interesting about the VIP letters is the calligraphy master each love interest demonstrates. In order to understand each love interest character, we must understand his calligraphy style in order to understand what it says about his character. I will analyze each love interest personality based on brushstrokes, rhythm, character variation, compositions, and legibility. The following is all her own interpretations and analysis. So it definitely shouldn't be taken as fact. Please note that she is not basing any of this analysis on what we know their canon personalities to be, instead just focusing on how the calligraphy styles speak to each love-interested character values and personality. I actually think that it is really interesting how that people did take this time to analyze the handwriting, because I'm sure that the game or the people who wrote those letters, they wrote these letters carefully, and they really wanted to show or send the exact message or the exact personality that each character have. So it's like they really did study this well. So I think it's obvious for all of this analysis. But as for someone who's also who's like my job is graphic design, so I really find this very interesting, especially if you are interested in typography. To know someone else's typography and history is something, even if you're not gonna use it, but it's a good thing to know about it. Anyway, so, and the Xavier Xavier writing style is beautifully elegant and very well structured. He writes in a masterful running script using either a brush or a brush pen that most likely reflects his centuries of training as the crown prince of Phyllis. What? This is the spoiler that I wanted to speak about it in the video, at the beginning of the video. I didn't know that he was a prince. I mean, now if I think about it, he does give this vibe of a prince. I'm not if they do say about, if they say anything about it in the story, I mean the side stories in the game, because I still didn't unlock most of them. So I really don't know, because I'm still new to the game. But this was a big spoiler. I mean, Xavier is a prince. Raphael is a mermaid, which I think is also some king, or I don't know. We have Zane. I'm not sure if he's something, maybe a normal human. And Silas, I also don't know. Anyway, I will say in short, and the in short, what brush strokes, rhythm, character variation, and composition and legibility. So, and subtextually said that, in short, this calligraphy style reveals a calm, introspective personality, Xavier personality. The smooth, rounded brushstrokes suggest a preference for harmony and an aversion to conflict, while steady pressure reflects self-control and discipline. The consistent calm rhythm without urgency implies thoughtfulness and reflection. Character spacing is orderly, showing respect for structure and a considerate nature, with slight shrinking toward the end, indicating adaptability within constraints. The composition is highly methodical and centered, signaling a love for order and clarity. Overall, the legibility suggests a strong desire for clear communication, even amid personal hesitations. For Zane writes in a running script with firm, decisive strokes. However, based on some of the stroke pressure, he seems to use a fountain pen or a type of pen that has more flowing ink. So in short, with the five points, this calligraphy analysis reflects a person with a thoughtful and disciplined character. The brush strokes are firm and deliberate, suggesting confidence and controlled assertiveness, while the smooth rhythm and consistent pacing imply a harmonious and self-controlled nature. The spacing and character consistency highlight a respect for order and boundaries, showing someone precise and structured in thought. The overall composition is well organized, hinting at strategic planning and clear communication. The legibility and minimal abbreviations further suggest a focus on clarity, indicating a preference for functional, direct expression over unnecessary embellishments. Now, as for Raphael, Raphael writes in a very artistically expressive, exciting grass script which is exaggerated and filled with character. It's actually quite challenging to read, but that's not too surprising for grass script. He most likely used a brush pen, given the variety and stroke weight, as he's an artist. This isn't too surprising. So, in short, subtextually tell us that this calligraphy style reflects a passionate, bold personality. The strong, energetic brush strokes reveal confidence and emotional expressiveness, while the varied pressure suggests a willingness to convey bold ideas. The rhythm is irregular, with sharp transitions, hinting at an impulsive and stake-driven character. Inconsistent character sizes and varied spacing show a love for creative freedom and resistance to rules. While the organized chaos of the composition suggests a person who thrives in unconventional structure. Despite the challenging legibility, this style emphasizes individuality and a desire to stand out. Well, he does stand out a lot, so yeah. As for Silas writes in a very strong, aggressive grass script with angular, sharp characters that are very confident and striking. He most likely used a fountain pen with a fine nib, given the sharpness of each stroke. So, in short, this style of calligraphy reveals an intense, determined personality. The angular pointed brush strokes suggest an aggressive approach with a confidence that resembles the controlled precision of a martial arts attack style. Each character is marked by varying pressures, indicating a balance between adaptability and firm conviction. The rhythm is quick and purposeful, with some characters emphasized for impact, showing a mix of control and emotional intensity. The varied character size and tight spacing suggest a strong individualism and passion, with minimal separation reflecting a deeply intense economical use of expression. The challenging legibility and use of abbreviation hint at someone comfortable with their complexity, unconcerned with being fully understood by others. Now, as for the conclusion, also in short, Enfold's calligraphy design for each character perfectly capture their unique personalities, enhancing their portrayal. Xavier is calm, introspective, nature and refined. Royal upbringing are shown through his precise, elegant strokes, symbolizing his wish to connect deeply with MC. Zane's is clear, disciplined calligraphy reflects his decisiveness, self-control, and straightforward expressions. Excuse my English because my English is not my first language, so. Anyway, as for Raphael is bold, expressive style mirrors his spontaneous, creative nature and impulsivity. Finally, Silas' intense, powerful calligraphy conveys his emotional depth and confidence, capturing the passion behind his grand declarations. Each style adds depth, embodying the distinct traits and emotional tones of each character. So, subtextually also cited the links where she got her information. If you want to read this with more stuff, because I made them short, okay, you can check the link below and you can read it by yourself. I hope this video give you more information about their handwriting in case you didn't check them yet or didn't see them yet. And thank you for watching.